Hello, everybody. Good. It's still morning here in Nigeria. It's 11 a.m. here in Nigeria, but I know the people are also joining from different parts of the world. So uh, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I trust you all very well. I'm Dr. Olumide Odejide, and I hope you can hear me clearly. Can Edith or anybody, can you please confirm if you can hear me? Anybody, can you please confirm that you can hear
Yes, we
me?
can.
Everybody,
Yes.
brilliant,
Yes,
brilliant,
yes,
brilliant,
we can.
brilliant,
Yes, we can
brilliant,
hear you. Yes, you can. I
brilliant,
can hear you.
brilliant, brilliant.
We can hear
Thank you
you.
very much, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to use the chat room a lot today, as I normally like to do. I'm going to end up using the chat room a lot. So if you don't mind, please let's be active in the chat room. So I'm going to go to the chat room right now just to get a sense of who everybody is here today. I'm going to ask a couple of questions. So, for
Okay.
example,
Please,
I need
let's do the
tell me your
introduction.
name.
What is Zoom meeting?
Hello.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody's going to help me. Is going to need to help me manage people who come on the call, and they're still going to be speaking in the background. So, I want to know four things from everybody. Okay, I want to know four things from everybody. I want to know your name. For example, I am Dr. Orlando. I work with an organization called A4S Limited. We're an ISO standards we're an ISO standards audit and advisory firm. Okay, an advisory firm.
I'm
Okay,
hungry.
uh,
Sure.
we Well, my role, I'm the managing partner for the organization, and I'm hoping everybody will become, should I say, AI, AI, at least will move up. Everybody will move up on the AI IQ, what I've titled the AI IQ ladder today. Right? That is my objective for this meeting, that everybody will move up the AI IQ on the AI IQ ladder. So if you don't mind, everybody, I would like to know those four things about yourselves. Thank you very much. Um, Engineer Jimo Tijani, thank you. Engineer Jimo, you work for Mikano. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. You're the Power Solutions Manager. Engineer Jimo got it right. Exactly what I wanted him to say. His name, his organization, his role, and his expectations. So, Engineer Jimo Tijani, thank you for starting out appropriately. So I've also introduced myself. I'm Dr. Orlando. I work for A4S. We're an ISO standards audit and advisory company. I'm the managing partner, and my expectation and
But before you
objective is
say
that
anything, you need
everybody
to
will
come
move
and
up
get the
the
letter.
ladder. This will help, right? So please, thank you very much, Lewis Afalabi, for telling everybody. Please, I beg of you, please mute, right? As you're coming in, it's the appropriate thing. Whether you're coming in via your phone or your computer, please, you need to mute yourself as you come in here. Um,
Your own. Even your
Ambassador
own.
Noble, you have not
Get it.
told us the other things. Ambassador Noble, there are four things I was hoping you'll tell us. And Mr. Falabi, you too, you have not told us. So I'm waiting to hear from everybody. I want to hear from everybody just to give me a decent idea and understanding of everybody that is here, where we're coming from, what our objective is in here. So please, everybody, please go ahead. I want to hear from at least 10 people. That will give me a decent understanding. So thank you very much, Mr. Afalabi. I believe Timmy Afalabi Consulting, Estate Surveyors and Valuers. Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you. Thank you very much for that, sir. Okay, good. Can I hear from others? Can I hear from others? Yes, NIM will still do the intro. So NIM will still be, I mean, NIM, just give me a minute. Let me just take this and I'll hand it over to you to do the intro. So I just wanted to get a sense of where everybody is. This is actually being hosted and run primarily by NIM. We are just partners with NIM. So NIM, please, is not a problem. You're going to do a proper introduction to the course. I just wanted to get a clear idea of the people that are here. Thank you very much. This is run and hosted by NIM themselves. No, Noble, thank you very much. Ambassador Noble, thank you. United Delta Development Commission, brilliant, brilliant. Mr. Sunday, thank you very much. Aging Leventis, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Shola, right. Okay, insurance, brilliant. Temitayo, thank you very much. Vendor qualification officer, brilliant, brilliant. Bashir, industrial court, brilliant, brilliant. Who else is here? Somebody from Dexnova is here. ADBC, Olasio, brilliant. It's great to have you here. Vivian is also here. Niger Delta Development Commission, brilliant. It's good to have you all here. Bimbala is also here from Ecobank, brilliant. It's great to have you here, Bimbala. Adinka is also here from Dexnova, that's great. And is here from Atlantic University, which is brilliant, as it is. Okay, good. Marianne is also here. Deering is here. Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you very much. Who else is here? Just for me to get a decent understanding of the people that are here. Mohammed is here. Federal Cooperative College, Kaduna. It's good to have you here, Mohammed. Olamide is here from Chevron. It's great to have you here, Olamide. Nuruddin is also here. Alaji Nuruddin. Alaji is here. Okay. Sort of schools. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Lucky is also here. Testing services. Intellect. Intertech. Good. I think I know Intertech. And that's great. That's great. As I said, this is primarily being, please everybody keep it coming. This is primarily being organized by NIM. We're just partners with NIM. And so please welcome with me the NIM representative here. Everybody, a massive, massive, massive round of applause. I think Mr. Tayo Badru is on the call. Mr. Tayo, are you here, sir? You're the host of this event. Mr. Tayo, where art thou? Mr. Tayo Badru, give him a round of applause. Mr. Tayo
Hello,
is
good
here.
morning, house.
Brilliant. Mr. Tayo, we welcome you to your own call. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. And you, Dr. Orlando Odejide?
Yes, sir. I'm very well. Okay, you even look younger. You look younger and smarter, even this beautiful morning. It's great to have you here, sir.
Thank
Please
you
go
very
ahead,
much.
sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. It's nice to be on this call today. I mean, this is something that personally I have looked forward to it, and I'm happy that the day is here and we're having it. I'm so excited about the turnout on this call. I see it keeps increasing almost every second. That's very impressive for me, and so I'd like to really welcome the participants to this info session. But before I go on, most importantly, I'd like to welcome the Registrar Chief Executive of the Institute, that's the Nigerian Institute of Management Chartered, in person of Dr. Mrs. Taiwo Ganiat Olushesi, MNIM. Madam, thank you very much for being part of this call. I know that she has a very busy, tight schedule, but in the midst of all of that, she has found time to be part of this. Madam, we thank you so very much. I've also gone through, I see that we have a couple other directors here. We have Mr. Jide Oshi, who has been the prime driver of this session. Thank you very much for being part of it. Other staff, my team members, other staff of NIM, who are also on this call, we thank you also very much for your time. More importantly, I also want to acknowledge our partners on this journey. Dr. Odejide has just spoken, and A4S, we thank you guys so pretty much. I must say that we appreciate this collaboration. We are not taking it for granted. We believe as we traverse this journey together, this is one very important journey for business organizations in Nigeria as of today. The future is AI. I mean, there's no doubt about that. The future is AI. And the best we can do is what we are doing presently, which is, sharing information, sharing knowledge, equipping people, organizations, with the skills that they pretty much need to be able to drive organizational success. So thank you. We appreciate all the participants who have been on this call for joining and showing interest in the future of AI in businesses. We really thank you. So why are we here today? Most importantly, this is about creating awareness. Like I mentioned, AI is the way to go for business organizations, even for individuals in the 21st century that we have found ourselves. So the need to embrace and to adopt, for organizations to adopt AI, cannot be overemphasized at this point. So part of our role in capacity building is helping to build capacities for organizations. So we are having this training on AI for business transformation with ISO 42001. So we want to create awareness. We want to let people know what we are going to be doing or what they stand to benefit, in the course of that program. That's why we are having this session today. We want to create an avenue for people to have a sense in terms of snippets of what they are likely to experience when they come for this program. And also want to create awareness for people to also know that this program is happening very soon. It's going to be coming up in November. And so here's an opportunity for them to at least have a sense of what they are likely to encounter. This is more like an avenue to whet their appetites. All right. So we are happy to have this. Also, what else do we have? We are also looking at, want to ensure, or want to say that NIM is pretty much committed to proactively equipping professionals in Nigeria and equipping them with global best practices for competitive advantage. So we may want to ask, like I've always told people, so why AI? I mean, I've had these conversation with quite a number of people, over the period. I want to ask, so why AI? Why not something else? Okay. So we can expand that question to begin to say, how do we even use AI to drive business growth and sustainability? How do we engage AI in organizational learning, reasoning, problem solving, decision making? These pertinent questions are the reasons why we have this training that we have put together, the one we call AI for Business Transformation with ISO 42001. Of course, we all know that artificial intelligence is what I call the driver of innovation, is the driver of efficiency, is the driver of competitiveness in businesses. All right. Then marry that with ISO 42001, which is a new international standard, one that provides, a governance framework for safe, responsible, and value-driven AI adoption. So you can see what we're talking about. Talk about international best standards, talk about instituting process efficiency, growth, stability, sustainability. We've married these two together, and that's what we have for you in the AI training. I mean, if I were you, I'll be coming on board, right away. But there's still time for more. I will hand over the mic now to Dr. Orlando Olajide, who will be taking us through, snippets of what he's going to be having a short presentation on snippets of what we are going to be experiencing in the AI transformation, class, and the importance of ISO 2001. All right. So, I mean, my role here is just to do the introduction, which I don't want to spend too much time, on that. So, at this point, so let me just hand over the floor to Dr. Orlando Odejide to walk us through, the info session. So, Dr. Odejide, I think
Yes,
it's
sir.
over to you.
I'm here, sir. I'm
I'll
here,
come
sir.
back later, to
Okay,
when it's time
brilliant.
for closing. But for now, I mean, mine is just to do a short presentation, which is what I've just done, and to allow you
Okay.
take over the floor
Yes, sir.
for now. So thank you very much. I'll be back later.
Good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much for that. Okay,
Appreciate
I appreciate you. Appreciate the
it.
Institute for driving this particular initiative. So excellent. And to all the executives, everybody, let's say a big thank you to the executives of these organizations. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be here because they have made this happen. So big, big, big thank you to you. I'm going to try to do this in the next 30, 45 minutes. Is that okay by everybody? Let me try to do this in the next 30 to 45 minutes. Does that work, everybody? Does that work? I'm going to try to be very quick with regards to this. I'm going to make it very quick. And I'm hoping that be able to you'll be able to follow because I don't want to take too much of your time. I want to do this in exactly 45 minutes. Does that work, everybody in the chat room? Does that work? Does that work? Yeah, are we good? I'm going to try to cover a dozen and one things in about 45 minutes. I hope that works, right? As I know a lot of people are at work. I also know that today is Friday. People have to get back to their day jobs as it is. I'm going to try to be very quick with this. Okay, good. So brilliant to have everybody here once again. Can you see my screen? Please confirm. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen, everybody? I hope you can see my screen. So this is what we're here for, and I'm going to try to make it very quick. Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you very much once again. For and to NIM for organizing this. Right, you're the first and foremost professional institute in the whole country, and I know that they're going to maintain and that particular stance. I know a couple of other professional institutes that are also working very hard to ensure that they become the most relevant in the whole country. But NIM is number one. And I do know that NIM is going to remain number one, even as the future does unfold as it is. So once again, big thank you to NIM for organizing this. And I know that the future indeed is going to be extremely bright, even for us that are members and partners and that are stakeholders within the NIM in itself, right? So as I said, I'm Dr. Orlando. I represent A4S, and A4S is an organization that primarily deals with ISO standards both on the business side and even on IT side. So that would mean everything from corporate governance to enterprise risk to compliance to ESG and all the other bits and pieces in between. That's my humble self, and it's my pleasure indeed to be here today. Okay, I'm going to jump right into it. So I said this, so everybody, if you can look at my screen, and I think all of us, as we get ready for the year 2026, I think a major portion of what you and I have to be thinking about is how do we transform leveraging artificial intelligence. I think it was this week, it was on the public holiday on October 1st. I had one of my former employees or colleagues. He's worked with me in the past. Now he works for Google, and he's worked with Google for about 10 years. He leads product directly with Google. And he had some brilliant conversations with us even on the public holiday. And he was saying that when it comes to artificial intelligence, even from an internal Google perspective, this is still day one. I'm happy to share that particular link for the recording and for the entire session. I'm happy to share it with everybody. It's actually on YouTube. If you remind me, I'll share it with everybody at the end of this particular session. It was a brilliant session. Pretty much, that was sharing with us where is this entire world going to relative to artificial intelligence. And as I said, he works for Google as a senior product lead, even as at today. And one of the things he said categorically is that this is still day one. Did you hear that? This is still what? It's still day one when it comes to artificial intelligence. That where the entire world is going to, when with regards to artificial intelligence, that we have not yet scratched the surface. That we're still very much in kindergarten when it comes to where artificial intelligence is going to, and where it's taking the entire world in itself. And that's a Google perspective to the conversation. So you and I, these are great times. These are great times. One of the things he also said, and I'm happy to share, as I said, I'm happy to share the link and even to share the slide. He said that right now we're very much AI 10% and human 90. But that where intelligence is going to switch everything around. We're going to be 90% um, uh, machine driven and 10% AI. I'm sorry, human driven. So that right now it's 10% machine, artificial intelligence, computing, and 90% human beings, but that the whole thing is going to be switched in the years to come. Now we're now going to be more more machine driven than human beings. One of the things he also said, I mean, as I said, it was a brilliant session. The guy used to work for me. He's a brilliant guy, and as I said, he's worked with Google for more than 10 years. One of the things he also said is, you're not going to be necessarily replaced by artificial intelligence, right? By machines, but you're going to be replaced by human beings who know how to use and leverage artificial intelligence. And I hope you will write that down. You and I, our concern is not that we're going to, at least our immediate concern, is not that we're going to be replaced by machines or AI, but we're going to definitely be replaced by human beings who know how to use and leverage artificial intelligence. In the next 2, 3 years, by the time it's the year 2030, most people are going to be out of jobs. I just attended a course with NIPS Kuru, and one of the things we're working on that call, well, in that I was there for an entire month. One of the things we were talking about is the where is AI going to, and that was a big conversation in there. Now, where is artificial intelligence going to, especially when it even comes to government service? And the government services and public services are going to go through a massive shift. If they don't start to really take artificial intelligence into keen consideration. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I've come to deliver that to you today. You will not necessarily be replaced by machines. Some people will definitely be replaced by machines, but all of us are going to be replaced by human beings who understand artificial intelligence. That means the accountant will not necessarily be replaced by a machine, but it's going to be replaced by somebody who understands accounting and artificial intelligence. That means the person doing customer service might not necessarily be replaced with a machine, but that person is going to be replaced by somebody who understands customer service and artificial intelligence. The lawyer is not necessarily going to be replaced, but the lawyer is going to be replaced by a different lawyer who is also a lawyer but understands artificial intelligence. And if you look at the things that are written on the screen, this is guaranteed. This is not going anywhere. Most people they're going to be shocked at how this is going to rapidly transform. And so the idea behind the session is for you not to be caught wanting, so that you will not be one of those people that did not realize that this whole thing has come. I was talking to somebody who is much older, and the person is saying to me that, oh, um, that you mean that people are now not going to be able to do all these things any longer without artificial intelligence? I said, absolutely. And I was telling the lady or the woman, she's much older than I am, and I was telling the mommy, it's probably a better way for me to say, I was saying to her, I said, Mommy, it's like the time that people wanted to start using typewriters. People were saying to them that, you mean you will not know how to write cursive any longer? Because people were very proud of their ability to be able to write, to use their handwriting to write clearly. And then typewriters came, and people fought typewriters. People did not want typewriters. People said, "Oh, typewriters are not great," blah blah blah. But over time, nobody was writing any longer. Typewriters took over, and then people moved away from typewriters to the use of computers. And people were annoyed. They were like, "Oh, you mean you are not going to use typewriters any longer?" And then nobody's using typewriter any longer. In fact, if you have a copy of a typewriter as of today, you're only keeping it for as some kind of museum, so that you can show people that at some point in time the world used to use typewriter. It's like a museum. Now is exactly what is happening with regards to artificial intelligence. My point to everybody that is here: AI has come to stay. AI is going to change any and everything. So you, that you're a human being and that you're here and you still plan to have a great career, you still plan to work for the next 20, 30 years, and you plan to remain relevant, you, that individual that is on this call, you better have your own AI education, AI enablement strategy. You need to have it for yourself as a person. You need to even have it for your own organization. There is no smart, sensible, forward-looking organization that will not have an AI strategy into the world, into the future. As you and I go into the year 2026, two key things that are important. You need to have an AI strategy, some kind of artificial intelligence skill or plan for yourself as a person. And apart from having it for yourself as a person, you also must have it for your own organization. There is no bank, there is no insurance company, there is no pure water manufacturing company, there's no bottling company, there is no NIM, there is no organization that should not be thinking about how to transform themselves, both as individuals and as an organization, leveraging artificial intelligence. And I hope that is clear. Even if I stop this meeting now, if this is all you're going to take away from this meeting today, realize that you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to be out of a job soon. You're going to be irrelevant very soon if you don't understand how to use and leverage artificial intelligence for growth, for expansion, for improvement, and for all sorts of things. It is not a fad, it's not fashion, it's not just a nice thing to say, it is for real. Okay, let me quickly move on because of our time. As I said, I want to do this very quickly as it is. So, one of the key things I'm going to ask everybody here is that what is your AI IQ as a person? What is your AI IQ as a person? And even if I start with just these four things, are you really aware of AI concepts and trends? Are you truly aware? All right, that's number one. Do you really understand how AI can change the way you run your business, the way you run your institution, the way you run your organization, the kind of outputs you can generate? Are you truly aware of these things? All right. Do you understand the risks and the ethics and the governance around artificial intelligence? Mm. Do you understand these things? Right? And do you understand the tools and the platforms and the applications that you can use to increase your output, improve your productivity as an organization? I've titled it Your AI IQ. You as a person, are you objective enough to say, doctor, right now, I think my AI IQ is 1 over 10. I think my AI IQ, I'm still on 0, right? And I'm going to go further into this. So let us look at this even a bit more, right? So everybody, let's look at number 1 here, okay? What are or your conceptual awareness, right? Let me ask a question in here. What do you really think, all of us, if we do an average right now, and I want people to give me an answer in the chat room, is all of us, if we average how well we understand ChatGPT, for example, what do you think is our overall score in terms of our real understanding of the capabilities of ChatGPT in itself? What can we use ChatGPT to do? The automation around ChatGPT, the workflows around ChatGPT, the agents that we can do with ChatGPT. I think, and I might be wrong, that on a scale of 1 to 10, we all, if they add myself and yourself, and they average us together, none of us will score more than 10% when it comes to what we really know of ChatGPT. Because ChatGPT is just beyond, it's definitely beyond just running questions and saying that, oh, ChatGPT, tell me this, tell me that. It's way beyond that. There's something called automation inside of ChatGPT. There's something called workflows inside of ChatGPT. There's something called integration even within ChatGPT. Once again, what is the IQ that you and I have when it comes to artificial intelligence? If they average all of us together, we can't score more than 10%, which tells us that there's still a lot. Do we know that? Do we even understand the incorrectness, right? That has got to do with ChatGPT and how ChatGPT in itself as a platform can completely go wrong. Let's talk about something like how to do prompts. Do you know that also, most of us are not great prompt engineers? I hope you know that. And you can give me your thoughts in the chat room. What I'm talking about is not the word of God. So you can disagree, you can agree, I want people to tell me their thoughts in the chat room. But you can completely be wrong even with the outputs that ChatGPT gives to you. So do you understand quality assurance when it comes to ChatGPT? Do you understand ethics? Do you understand privacy and data protection when it comes to ChatGPT? You know, right now, people are uploading things that they should not even be uploading inside of ChatGPT. And they're breaking confidentiality, they're breaking privacy, they're breaking all sorts of things. Organizations are really breaking CIA confidentiality, integrity, and even availability and privacy relative to the way by which they even use ChatGPT. Right? Most people are not data literate when it comes to how they're using ChatGPT, and that's why sometimes people will just. I've seen reports that people are putting together, and I'm like, you're completely wrong because what you've written is not even correct. It's almost like you've just taken what ChatGPT has given to you and you've thrown it out and you're taking it as circumstance and you're using it. Once again, my question to everybody is, what is your AI IQ? That's my question. What is really your AI IQ as a person? Are you ready into the future when it comes to artificial intelligence? I've talked about ethics. I've talked about scenario thinking. All right. How do you really understand the various tools? Okay. So over the last couple of days, I've been working on a particular tool called GenSpark. And everybody, I think I have a slide somewhere in the future around, somewhere down the line around GenSpark and how you can use GenSpark as a platform to do many things. So where exactly are you relative to GenSpark? I was working with somebody recently, and the person could not believe how a tool like Gamma AI can help them to prepare smart, sensible presentations. But you also have to use Gamma intelligently. You have to learn how to use GenSpark AI intelligently to be able to do things. Do you understand how accounting can be transformed? Do you understand how human resources can be transformed using artificial intelligence? Ladies and gentlemen, once again, many things are happening. Many things are happening simultaneously. You know, maybe you should type something into AI or into Google that says, the one day there's going to be $1 billion valuation company that has one employee. I'm just going to say it again. Right now, they're saying that one day there will be $1 billion valuation company that uses primarily AI agents and has only one employee. Right? The rise of AI agents is going to change everything. How you automate, how you drive things, how you ensure that you use less to do more. I told you before, AI is not going to necessarily replace human beings, but AI is guaranteed to replace normal human beings with human beings who really understand how to use artificial intelligence. I'm one of those people. I've got employees in my own organization that they're beginning to do the things that will take people one whole week to do. And they're beginning to do that particular thing in an hour or two. I'm telling you, right now, the productivity of some people in my own organization is moving at such an alarming rate. Things that used to take us an entire week to do is beginning to take us 1 month, I'm sorry, one hour to do. Things that would have taken us 40, 50 hours to do, people are doing it in 2 days. I'm sorry, in 2 hours is what I wanted to say. So you really have to think about it. Once again, what is your AI IQ? Are you on top of this? Are you not on top of it? Are you getting ready for these changes? And I'll go on very quickly. Okay. So this is from Microsoft, everybody. And it tells you you can go online and everybody, you can type Microsoft Copilot scenario. Somebody can type that into, somebody can put it in the chat room. Microsoft Copilot scenarios. And if you look in here, you can start to think about it. And then it starts to give you thoughts and ideas in very precise terms how you can use artificial intelligence relative to finance, customer service, marketing, sales. This is available. It actually gives you in very clear terms. Please go online, type it into a browser, just type Microsoft Copilot scenarios. I today is not the day for me to start to explore all this. I've got some of my colleagues that are on the call. When we're going to do our 3-4 day training that we're going to be having, we're going to explore some of these things. This is very clear. If you go online, you will see Microsoft Copilot scenarios. It tells you the possibilities. Listen to me very clearly. It tells you the possibilities around HR, AI in HR, AI in legal services, AI in operations, AI in sales, AI in marketing, AI in customer service. It tells you clearly, without any form of ambiguity, how artificial intelligence can affect these areas of work. It's almost like this is how AI can be used to improve, to transform what departments do in very clear and precise terms. And I'm hoping you've looked at it. I'm hoping you've opened the browser. Hoping you have reviewed what exactly this is. And you can go back to it because this is for real. Microsoft, as one of the organizations, is pushing the edge when it comes to Copilot and how to leverage Microsoft Copilot for AI. You can open it. You will see it. I wish we had all the time in the world. Good thing is that we have a training that we're planning for. I'm not going to be the only one at the training. I'm going to have 4 or 5 of my colleagues that we're going to be doing the training over a 3-4 day period to get you ready for the year 2026. You cannot go into the next year, 2026, without being AI intelligent. Your AI IQ needs to significantly improve. Once again, these are different departments. Think about this from a departmental perspective. And the question here is, as a department, where customer service, executive office, communication department, how do I improve using AI? How do I transform using artificial intelligence? If I move on very quickly, apart from just the department, here now talks about industries, everybody. So it's beyond just departments. There's also the conversation at an industry level to say, as an industry, as a government institution, as a financial service provider, whether I'm a bank or I'm in insurance or I'm in pension, as some kind of healthcare provider, as an educational institution, how can I transform my industry leveraging artificial intelligence? The first one I was looking at is, how do I transform my department? The second one, which is what is on my screen, is how do I transform my industry? This is a broad conversation. I don't know your industry, but there is documentation and guidance and and specific opinion around your industry conversation, right? That you're a manufacturing company. How do I transform what I do leveraging artificial intelligence? I'm some kind of energy company. I'm in retail. How do I transform what I'm doing leveraging artificial intelligence? We can talk about this all day. And once again, the first conversation that I was having is around department. The second conversation that I'm having here has gone beyond department. It's now at an industry level. And I don't know what industry is yours, but once again, you can type it into, yeah, just type Microsoft uh, uh, Copilot scenarios, and you will see guidance, you will see information, you will see many things tied to it. And because of our time, I need to move on very quickly. Once again, everybody, look at this, right? How can you use AI tools for all sorts of things? Team productivity, customer retention, risk assessment in itself, budgeting in itself. How do you do market analysis and market surveys? Today, I cannot teach you the how, but during the training, we're going to go specifically into the specific how. Today, we can talk about the why. We can talk about the what. But during the actual training that we're going to be having, and we're going to do it over 3-4 days, we're going to go into the details of how exactly do I do these things. You know, there is the why are we doing it? There is the what needs to be done. There is the when that needs to be done. The most difficult is always, how do I do this? And that's what we're going to do during the actual training. How on earth do I do this? What are the tools? What are the platforms that I need to use and leverage to ensure that I get artificial intelligence right? Not just for yourself as a person, but also for your own organization, for the various departments, and even for the industry themselves. I cannot go into the details of all these as of this moment, simply because on this call, they're different people. Some of you, you're more technical than others. But I can tell you, it doesn't matter your level of technicality, artificial intelligence belongs to all of us. It's not for some people. All of us have the opportunity to improve our artificial intelligence capabilities even into the future. Some of those areas are very technical. How can we use artificial intelligence for pricing? How can we use it for competitive analysis? How can we leverage artificial intelligence for strategy? If you go online right now, if you open the browser, there's this conversation everybody has been having. They've called it the death of consulting. What they're saying is, what people used to pay millions of dollars to consulting firms for, they're no longer doing that. They can't do it any longer because that intelligence that organizations used to have, artificial intelligence has been able to bridge the gap. They've been able to bridge the gap in such a way that, in fact, I was reading one of them that was saying that before, to do, everybody knows what is called SWOT analysis and pestle analysis. Everybody should know what is called balance scorecard. And even when it comes to Potter's five forces, those types of things. What they're saying is, normally it will take you hours and days for you to be able to do SWOT analysis and for you to be able to do pestle analysis for an organization. But now this is different now. Now, in a couple of hours, you can do smart, intelligent SWOT analysis, personal analysis for an organization. What used to take days and even weeks can now be done in a couple of hours if you understand exactly what it is that you need to do. The artificial intelligence is aggregating data from all sorts of places. Maybe you only like to use ChatGPT, but I really like to use Grok. In fact, I'm a lover of Grok. I pay for Grok. I have customized my own Grok, uh, which is XAI, based on the kinds of things I want to do and the kinds of things that I want to achieve. And the intelligence that I can get, because what the thing is doing is that it's crawling the internet and is bringing data together to give me some kind of extreme intelligence that it would have taken me weeks, if not months, to be able to to be able to arrive at it. So this is your opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot run business as usual. Before now, people used to spend, that thing that we say that they're doing a strategy for the organization, that they're getting ready for strategy into the new year. Now you can really think through strategy because strategy is not just something that is in the air. You have to really be intelligent around strategy. You need data to be able to arrive at strategy. And now you have tools that can help you aggregate data. So you can do some kind of comparative analysis to say, my organization that has XYZ uniqueness to it, can I draw parallels to another organization? Guide me in terms of how exactly I need to do this. You can give it the kind of context that normally would have taken you days, if not weeks, to arrive at, but there's a much more intelligent way for you to be able to do it. I'm not even talking about advanced things. I'm not talking about building robotics where we will say that everything is now completely automated, that that you can do that. That's what I'm talking about. I have a friend. He was saying to me recently, and I was doing something with Faith Foundation some days ago. I think it was last week, and he was saying that he's got his own personal AI that says that, tell me what I should be doing today, because he has customized it to say that I have 10 things today to do. In order of priority, what should I be doing? But he has trained it. One of my colleagues said that he has trained his artificial intelligence for his children. So that his children, he has trained the tool to say that this is what my children should be spending time on. This is the priority. And this is how my children learn. So they've completely customized their own artificial intelligence for their own children and for their own homes as it is. Once again, it's a brand new world. It's a brand new world, and you and I, we cannot be caught napping. We can't be acting like people that are unaware. I'm definitely somebody who's gaining a lot from artificial intelligence. My thinking, speed, accuracy, the level at which I'm working these days is almost like I'm on steroids, because I've learned how to leverage artificial intelligence to do much more than I've ever been able to do. Right, and I'll move on very quickly, right, so that I can round up this session, so that I can take thoughts and opinion from everybody. At the end of the day, how do you ensure that you're solving problems? You're solving personal problems, you're solving organizational problems. How is it that, what do you need to do to ensure that you make more revenue in the year 2026? That you make more profit in the year 2026? Artificial intelligence is not a joke. This is not play. It's not like you're going to just say, oh, it's a nice to have. It must deal with core, core challenges and issues. How do we reduce our costs? How do we expand things? In the next couple of days, I'll be somewhere in Rwanda. How am I'm going to get 100 and something people to hold a meeting with me, and I will be in Rwanda, and I'm going to get more than 100 people on the call while I'm seated in Rwanda attending an event. How am I going to do that? If not that I'm leveraging artificial intelligence to be able to do the work. I'm doing segmentation. I'm bringing the right people in. I'm leveraging some certain tools tied to Facebook and tied to Instagram themselves? How am I going to become am I going to engage with more employees tied to the things that we are doing? How are you going, as you and I go into the year 2026, how do we create better products and services? This is not going anywhere. And once again, Nigeria is really going to is if we don't run, we're going to be in trouble. Some people are still struggling to use Microsoft Word and Excel. Some people are still struggling to use basic things. How on earth are we going to leapfrog as a country? This thing is going to hit us. And if we don't get ready appropriately, there's going to be trouble. And you and I cannot be caught in the caught in the pack. This is an artificial intelligence policy. So here, where is the policy for the people who are thinking about their own organization? Because the same way you and I are going to have a policy for processes, policy for health and safety, policy for environment, for quality, you also must have some kind of policy for the use and guidance for artificial intelligence for your own organization. Who are the people who's going to be driving this? In your own organization, are you really thinking about the AI policy? Is there really thinking that around what is the artificial intelligence for your own organization? Once again, these are key things. And the policy is not just about having something and just taking a template and just writing it. Uh, in your own organization, so somebody in the chat room, your board members, do they understand artificial intelligence in your own organization? The executives in your own organization, do they really understand artificial intelligence? Do you have a CEO? Do you have some kind of executive person in your organization that really understands what artificial intelligence is? A lot of organizations are not taking some of these things into keen considerations. If you look in here, everybody in the chat room, everybody, what portion do you, this is, I've got some documentation that talks about artificial. Sorry, I think there was sorry about I apologize. I think there was a some leverage of patience, so to speak, right? Um, um, uh, I apologize as it is. Can everybody still hear me? Can everybody still hear me? Everybody? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, I can hear
Brilliant.
you.
Right? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So once again, everybody in this area, this is I have some information, some documentation that shows that how to use AI for these 30 areas. One of the things I've told somebody, most of our lecturers and teachers, they're not ready for this. You know, in those days, right? You and I will say the way teachers, most people here have studied in one of our uh, uh one of our uh, schools as it is. You know, a lecturer will come and what they will say to you is that, oh, write the following, and then they will start to dictate to you. You know, now everything that the teachers are teaching, you and I can use artificial intelligence to even understand way more than our teachers. So if you look at the way primary school, secondary school, and even university lecturers and teachers, they're not ready for artificial intelligence. You know, in those days, right? I went to university whereby, you know, the lecturer will take a textbook and then they will wrap the back with newspaper, and then they will be teaching because they don't want you to know where they're going to get the uh, the exams, where those things are coming from. But right now, artificial intelligence is way more intelligent than every kind of teacher or lecturer that you have. Because if you're going to teach somebody next week, for example, you say, I'm going to be teaching you digital marketing. Do you know that right now, you and I can go and learn about the digital marketing that even your lecturer does not know those things. But the lecturers are not ready for artificial intelligence. So you'll see that lecturers who don't have real experience, they're going to struggle as it is. Let me quickly round up because of time. There's so many things that I would like to say, but as I said, I just want to quickly round up so that I can take questions, I can take thoughts. So please, everybody, go into chat in the chat room and share with me what are your thoughts. Where do you really think artificial intelligence is going to? Is this a joke? Is this something that is really like a big challenge? Are we? Do you really think, even as individuals and even as a country, as lecturers, as professionals, do you really think we're talking about we're ready for where artificial intelligence is? And there's an accountant that I know that is really using artificial intelligence in his own organization. And he's saying to me that there's so many things that they're able to do now around how to write the end of quarter type finance type reports using the data that they already have. And that what it is that normally would have taken them an entire week to do, right now they can do it in a year, in a week, in an hour or two. So are we ready when it comes to these things as it is? So once again, there's a lot that you and I need to think about. There is a lot uh, that you and I need to think about. Strategy, risk, ethics, policies, processes, people, technology, and even when it comes to decision making in itself. There are many ISO standards. Our line of work is around ISO standards. There's so many things around artificial intelligence and ISO standards. And hopefully, when you come on some of the calls and some of the training classes, we're going to look at it. Yes, it's important that you and I to think about what exactly for those 42001, what exactly is it, right? But even before you and I start to do this, what are some of the key things that we need to do? Okay, there are many things in here that I don't really have a lot of time to be able to catch up on some of these things. But everybody, open a browser and type genspark.ai. Once again, these are the kinds of things that all of you need to start to think about. How do I use GenSpark as a person? How? How on earth are you going to do this? Because this is the minimum that all of us should know. This is the minimum that all of us should learn, right? How do you use AI, which is like AI docs here, which is like Microsoft Word? How do you AI sheets, which is pretty much like you're using Excel? How do you AI slides, which is like PowerPoint? How do you use Designer? There's so many things that you and I need to know that we need to take into consideration. I can barely get anything done without the use of GenSpark in itself. I don't even use the free version. I use the version that in reality that I paid for, and this helps me to move. I've got my own assistant, and if you see the kinds of things my assistants do, the things that they would have struggled to do if they're not people who truly understand artificial intelligence in itself. Okay, this is also where everybody open this, right? Open this, put this into some kind of open Google or something and type there's an AI for that, and this tells you AI for any and everything. Everybody, you can do that. There's an AI for that. AI for CRM, AI for some kind of writing, AI for anything in itself. This is important as it is, and I'm happy for everybody. Please go into the chat room. Right? What are your thoughts? Is this important to all of us? Are these the kinds of things that you and I should be worried about? I'll share the slides with you. We're going to share the slides with everybody. So everything that I've said today is not a secret. These are the key things that all of us will have. We'll share these things with you. You can look at something called Genova. You can look at that. How will these help you? Uh, Pretty much almost towards the end, right? There's this thing that you and I talk about, the 10 types of innovation. So as you live here and you're thinking about innovation, how can artificial intelligence help you with regards to innovation? How can artificial intelligence relative to these types of innovation in themselves? And if I had time, I'll show you how AI can help you with regards to branding, can help you with regards to channels, can help you with regards to structure. It can help you with all sorts of things in itself. Lastly, almost to the end is I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this link with everybody. And this is a free training class. If you've attended today, this is for free. If you can't pass this, then when you and I even get to the actual training that you're going to pay for, you're going to struggle. So a big thank you once again to NIM for organizing this. Thank you as an organization, NIM, for seeing into the future. And everybody is going to be required to ensure that they can pass this free foundation course. I'll share the link in the chat room in a couple of minutes as I take questions, as I take thoughts. I don't have all the answers. All of us were pretty much still on ground zero when it comes to artificial intelligence as it is. This is the course. We're going to be holding this course. I believe it's going to be on the 11th of November. So you should plan to attend. This is the training driven by NIM in itself. This is going to be happening on the 11th. It's going to be about 3 days, practical, hands-on. This is not theoretical. This is for real. Where you're going to talk about artificial intelligence, application of AI in HR, in finance, how you're going to do some hands-on things relative to this. So this is not just about it's not a theoretical class, it's hands-on. This is not the training that you're going to do whereby you're going to just come into the class and be listening. No, they're actual things that you're going to do. If you don't have a computer, if you're not going to have the time, if you think that this is just going to be, what's that thing, just about listening, listening is not going to be good enough. There are actual exercises that you're going to do. So I ask all of you to prepare for this. This is the plan as at today, but NIM is driving it. We're just the technical people working with NIM to ensure that this happens appropriately. Once again, thank you very much, everybody. A big thank you to NIM for organizing this, and I hope that you've been able to get some decent knowledge and even understanding tied to this in itself. So thank you very much, everyone. Let me go into the chat room. Questions, thoughts, and opinion as we bring this to. We're going to share the link. So we'll share the link with everybody. We'll also ensure that we share with everybody the slides for today. And let me put the link for, please give me 1 second. This is the free AI foundation course, everybody. So if you go to the chat room, everybody, please, this is a free course. Everybody, please click on the link. You need to register. You need to register and it's free. you need to have this background, this minimum, if you're going to be coming for the actual training in itself as it is. This is the minimum. So I'm hoping that each of you will at least get ready for the main thing by following through and make sure that this is the minimum everybody should have. So I put the link in the chat room, everybody. I have put the link in the chat room, everybody. Thank you very much. Questions as we bring this to an end, everybody? Questions? Good. Uh, Bimbal says, big challenge is embedding AI into strategy rather than handling it as a side project. What exactly are my thoughts? Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that you and I want to take into consideration there. So, for example, one question to ask yourself is, how can AI help me make more money next year? How can AI help me with marketing? How can AI help me with sales? How can AI help me with internal operations? Okay. So it's not a side project. For me as a person, AI is key to everything that I do as an organization. And hopefully, if you show up for the actual training, we would also do actual exercises that will allow everybody to understand how can you really apply artificial intelligence to your kind of business and to your strategy as an organization. Okay, encouraging people to think of terms of um, there are many portions to artificial intelligence. I won't really look at it to say that it will help you become much more creative. I won't say it will replace creativity. That I don't think so. I've seen insurance companies that artificial intelligence is significantly helping them. I've seen pension companies, I've seen microfinance companies. So I won't really say that it will stop people from creative thinking. It's just that it would allow you to be able to do uh creative thinking even at a much higher level, so to speak. Right? Thank you very much. Um, I already shared that in the chat room. Uh there is the training, because it's not just training, it's also plus your certification. So that's it in the chat room. The flyer is in there. I don't understand, how will your training class balance students with high IT knowledge and those with average knowledge? There are many courses as it is. So this one is just like, that's why the most important thing is that first is that everybody must do the free course. Everybody, did you hear that? Uh, everybody must do the foundation course and it's for free. Once you can pass through the foundation course, then you're able to do the others. So I've shared the link in the chat room. If you do that, then you can move on to other things. How do you encourage innovation and creativity for human beings when AI basically does the thinking? Um, how do you encourage innovation? Once again, it doesn't take away what it is that you know, but it just allows you to be a much smarter person. So it's almost like the way you're going to say that I'm writing a letter and you're struggling with letter writing, right? But the AI platform can help you write an intelligent letter. So it's not going to replace innovation, but it's going to help you do things faster and going to help you quicker as it is. Any other person? So once again, I expect everybody that is here, everybody, I expect everybody, look at the chat room, everybody, I expect you all to pass the AI foundation course. Everybody. I expect everybody to pass the foundation course. It's the minimum. So whether you end up showing up for the main training or you don't end up, either way, do the free foundation course is the minimum you can do for yourself. Okay.
Okay. Hey, doctor, thank you. Thank you very much, Doctor. This is Jide Oshin from the Nigerian Institute of Management. It has been an very insightful session. However, the hands of the Registrar Chief Executive of NIM hand and be up. That is Dr. Taiwo Olushesi. Please, Madam, you have the floor now. We saw your hand up, please. Thank you. We saw her hand up. Her hand was up for quite some minutes. Madam Registrar. All right, okay.
She will come back.
I'm here now. I was
Okay.
struggling to unmute. The host was not allowing me to unmute nor start my video. That's why I was struggling earlier. Good afternoon, everyone, distinguished participants, and of course, our facilitator, A4S. Thank you so much. I joined the program right from the beginning, and I must say that it's been an eye-opener. I just want to emphasize something, particularly for professional managers, that for the institute, as we are going into the new manager, is AI certified, and not just AI certified, responsible AI certified. That's what we're going to be preaching in the next year. And so I want to join us to take advantage of this opportunity, particularly the ISO certification. It's something that one does not get easily. And we are happy to partner with A4S to deliver this to our esteemed members and indeed the general public. So thank you very much for joining us. I just wanted to add my voice.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Ma. So I think the Director of Capacity Building of the NIM, Mr. Tayo Badru, can please take the stage now. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. This is appetizing, I must say. The transformation process has just begun. Honestly, the transformation process has just begun. All right. So I begin to wonder, for those of us who are on this call. So when the switch, you know, Dr. Orlando mentioned earlier on, he talked about the 90% switch, you know, between machine driven and human. So I'm beginning to ask myself, or I want to ask each and every one of us on this call. So when that switch to 90% machine driven and 10% human happens, where will you be? When the humans who really understand how to leverage AI to take charge, when they begin to take charge fully, where will you be? Are you the one to be replaced by others, or you are the one that will be replaced? What is your current AI skills development plan? What is your AI concept and tools awareness level? How ready are you for the future? I mean, these are critical questions. And the good news is that the AI for Business Transformation Seminar, which is being organized by the Nigerian Institute of Management and the A4S, has provided the answer to that. All you just need to do is to key in into this program, which is happening from the 9th to 11th of November. All right. And what are we talking about? It's just for a paltry sum of 300,000 naira. This is one class that will give you practical application. It's not, Dr. Orlando mentioned, it's not, you are coming there to get your hands dirty. It's not tea party. It's not semi-leave for anybody. It's practical, it's hands-on. So you're going to come there rolling up your sleeves. All right. It gives you practical knowledge, and the benefits are enormous. One, you get practical insights into how AI can drive your career growth for you and become more relevant in the rapidly changing world. It enhances your professional competence. through exposure to international standards, because we talked about ISO 2001, previously. It helps you to build that confidence to lead AI-related projects and initiatives in the organization. And for organizations that are sending people, that are nominating people for this program, of course, again, the benefits are also enormous for them as well. Talk about operational efficiency through AI-driven automation and optimization. Talk about more effective and seamless customer engagement and retention using AI-powered insights. Talk about financial forecasting. We're talking about big data analytics and all of that here. Financial forecasting for decision-making, for problem solving. Talk about market mapping and strategy. A lot of these things have been alluded to already by Dr. Orlando. I'm just trying to reemphasize them, just so that we know that when we enroll for this program, there's a whole lot of benefits that will accrue to us, whether as individuals or as organizations, business organizations. And the registrar also just mentioned it too, talking about certification. So you are getting qualified as an AI associate. You are getting that credential, and you're also getting another certificate of participation from NIM. And for those of us who are members of NIM, that certificate offers you 5 credit points as NIM members. What more can I say than to say that at this point, I'm sure the organizations will provide the link where you can start to register for the program from this very minute. The future is here now, beginning from 9th November to 11th. The future is here already, or 11th to 13th, sorry. So this is the time. Please, organizers, I would advise us, let's put the registration link on the chat box, so that those who may want to register immediately can begin to do that. But if you are not able to do that presently, so it's all good, not a problem. You can still visit our website later on. We will also find a link there, www.nim.ng. That is our website. You can find a link there. So on this note, I want to reaffirm NIM's commitment to capacity development, innovation, leadership excellence, and what we are doing now, of course, alludes to that. These are practical evidences to show our commitment in that regard. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for finding time to attend this very critical info session. We really appreciate you. We appreciate your time, because of course, we know that everyone is busy these days. There's a whole lot to do. There's so much on our plates. And for each and every one of us, is part of what we have on our plates. We still find the time to be part of this program. We've spent an hour and about 18 extra minutes. We plan to have this for between 11 and 12, but look at it, see how it has turned out. But we're happy for it. It's all good. All right. So what else would I say than to say, organizers, please post the registration link on the chat box. Let's see people, and those who are not able to do that. Yes, you can visit our website. I repeat, www.nim.ng. And again, those that may require letters of sponsorship, to their organizations, please feel free to contact us. Send us a mail on learning@nim.ng. We are available to attend to your inquiries. Yes, we can prepare letters for your organization so that you can be nominated officially, for the program. Thank you so very much for your time, and we look forward to welcoming you in class come November 11th. Come November 11th, we really look forward to welcoming you. Thanks so much, everyone. I don't know if Dr. Orlando still has anything to say, or Mr. Jide Oshi, but I am done here in the absence of no other comments. Mr. Jide Oshi.
Thank you very much, the director. Thanks so much. Dr. Orlando, we appreciate you. The registrar, thanks so much, and everyone on the call. We just want to inform us that if you check the chat box now, you have the training registration link already shared. And as
Fantastic.
well, we've shared again the email address. Should you require a letter of sponsorship from NIM to your organization to enlist you for this very important training in preparation, even for the year 2020, 2026, it's already shared there. You can contact us. And all this information, again, will equally be disseminated to us via the email just after this program. I want to appreciate you for joining the call and show of interest in this very important program. Dr. Orlando has said it, AI is now and AI is the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for coming on the call. We really appreciate you. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much. We'll see you in class November 11th.